Bonjour, mi amigos. What's good, everybody? It's Abwon, and this is Before You Watch, spoiler-free TV and film reviews. I know it's been maybe 2 weeks since my last review. It was The Accountant, For the Accountant, the Ben Affleck movie. Fantastic movie. Go check it out, and then check out my review. But check out my review before you watch The Accountant, because it's called Before You Watch for a reason. Duh. Anyway. This week, it's Dr. Strange. Yes, he is really a doctor. And I think it's Marvel's last movie of 2016. I may be wrong, but I think that Logan movie, which I am not even going to discuss at this point, is 2017. So yeah, Dr. Strange, last Marvel movie of 2016, this year. So when I was coming up, because I was raised on Marvel, y'all know I'm a Marvel advocate. When I was a youngster, a snotty-nosed kid, I was told, don't listen to Dr. Strange. Like, he's a Satanist. He's against all religions. He talks about black magic and voodoo and evil spirits, demons, whatever. Now that I'm fully grown and I'm fully aware of the Illuminati and cults and all that and whatever, so on and so forth, I said, let me give Dr. Strange a second look. He's actually one of my favorite characters in the Marvel vs. Capcom 3 fighting game. Holla at me, Abwon on PlayStation Network. Anyway, yeah, he's one of my favorite characters. And when I saw the trailer for this movie, I said, yo, they literally took Inception and The Matrix, two of the greatest movies in film history. I'm not even joking with y'all right now. And made a superhero movie out of it. So I said, I gotta see it. And the closer and closer I got to the release date, the more and more hype I was to watch it. The movie has top-notch actors in it. Benedict Cumberbatch, Rachel McAdams, Tilda Swinton, Chiwetel Ejiofor. I may be mispronouncing his name, but that's my guy. The movie has really, really, really good acting in it. That's one thing I really enjoyed about it. Like, some superhero movies are kind of cheesy because the actors really just aren't taking themselves that seriously. Not saying in this movie they're trying to be, win an Oscar, but they definitely take their roles and run with them. Doctor Strange as a character, like, you're going to walk out watching this. After you walk out watching this film, you're really going to want to read more comics about him. Like, he did. Benedict Cumberbatch really did his thing in this movie, and they really did a good job representing him correctly. I'm not going to get into the whitewashing of the film because everybody knows about that, and if you don't, you can Google it. I'm trying to keep my reviews concise, so I'm not going to talk about that right now. But I'm not going to lie. Some of the comedic scenes they're just corny. They're really whack. Like, there was one scene, he meets this guy in a library, right? And he's like, what's your name? He's like, Wong. And Dr. Strange is like, Wong, that's it? It's just one name? Like Adele, Eminem? And the crowd is literally just sitting there like, crickets, really, like crickets. And that wasn't the only time. There was like maybe 5, 6, 7 other times. And you're just like, yo, these writers are just trying to be too funny. Like, they're trying too hard to be too funny. You know what I mean? And it just didn't work. Other than that, though, I had a really good time watching this film. The visuals, though, like, that's absolutely the best part of this film. I don't want to say it's a visual masterpiece because if we didn't have movies like The Matrix and Inception, this movie would be a visual masterpiece. But I would say it's a visual explosion. The way they're just so creative with the way they do things. Like, when you watch it, you don't feel like they're these guys, like you don't feel like you're watching CGI. You know what I mean? And the way the fight scenes work with what's going on in the background and all of the magic that these humans, metahumans, whatever they want to call them, when they use their abilities, everything just looks great. It looks natural. If I had a choice to watch this movie in 3D, and if I could tell you guys, if you had a choice to watch it between 3D and regular, I would definitely watch it in 3D. Like, yo, I just can't even put into words how amazing this movie looked. Like, I was blown away by some scenes. It was crazy. Also, the pacing is really, really good. They don't spend too much time talking about his backstory and how he's like this pompous doctor. They touch on it for like the first 10, 15 minutes, and then they go right into, all right, his training, how he becomes who he is, blah, blah, blah. He's not a mutant, so he doesn't like stumble upon these powers like one day when he just gets bullied in a hallway. That's not what happens. So the way they do it, though, it works really well. The villain, there's two villains. It's like a main villain and a sub-villain. I'm not really going to talk too much about it. The sub-villain does his thing. He's not really villainous, but he definitely does his thing as an antagonist. The main villain, he's just sort of like kind of there. He's actually one of my favorite characters too, and I will say I'm not disappointed the way they portrayed him, like how they portrayed like Galactus or something like that. We're just like, what the hell is this garbage? Speaking of Galactus, it's just mind-boggling to me how Marvel Studios can take these B-list characters like Ant-Man and Dr. Strange, and even sort of kind of Deadpool, but not really, and make them really entertaining movies that are successful, but yet Fox and what is the other one? Sony Pictures? I forget, whatever. They can't even put together a decent Ghost Rider. Like, Ghost Rider made correctly should be a fantastic movie. Those movies suck. The Fantastic Four movies suck. And whatever, the Wolverine movies, yeah, they're garbage too. Throw them in the same category. They're garbage too, but he's not a B-list character. But anyway, Doctor Strange, if Civil War wasn't so well done from start to finish, especially with the fact that they had so many superheroes in it, I feel like Doctor Strange would have topped that movie in terms of superhero movies this year. I'm going to give this movie a 7.5. And honestly, if it wasn't for the fact that The Matrix and Inception were both released years before this movie would have gotten a higher rating, because the visuals, even as spectacular and splendid as the visuals are in this film, we've seen them before. But they do some things that just throw you off guard, like, oh, like that was pretty dope. That's kind of fire. You know what I mean? Even the fight scenes with him, even though there's a lot of magic involved, they're still pretty good. The only issue I have with this movie, other than the cheesy jokes, that's pretty much it, honestly. That's pretty much it. The music is on point. The visuals are on point. The pacing is fantastic. Like, there's all types of action scenes. If you feel like you've seen all of the action scenes in the trailers, you are sadly mistaken, because there's this one scene where you're like, whoa. Who the creative director of this film needs to be applauded. So check it out. Bring your girl, bring your kids, bring your wife, whatever, whoever you want to go with. Just watch the movie and then watch my review. And then comment and like and subscribe and share and all that good stuff. There are some curse words in it, but nothing too vulgar. But at the end of the day, it's still a good family film. Oh, before I forget, there are 2 Easter eggs during the credits. There's one, or should I say after the movie. There's one 5 minutes into the credits, and then there's one all the way at the end after the credits are done, like finito. So don't just like see the credits and the lights go up like, oh, all right, we're out of here. That's a good movie. Like, no, because you're going to be really upset when your friends come to you like, yo, did you see this and that at the end? Blah, blah, blah. Because they're both really, really good scenes. So I smell some crossovers coming, boy. That's all I'm going to say. So, yeah, thanks for watching. It's going to be a while until I do another review. Maybe I'll do one for Luke Cage, or I didn't even finish Luke Cage. Never mind, I won't do one for Luke Cage. I'm going to go watch Moonlight. Maybe I'll do one for that. So, yeah, but I got some more episodes of the Full Court Press coming. If you're watching my playthroughs with the Batman and Until Dawn, you'll see those. So, yeah, stay tuned. I got some more stuff for y'all. And holla at me, ABWON on Twitter. Hit me up on the PlayStation Network. That's Abwon, like I said before. And y'all be good. Adios. Peace.